Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2021, where we are showcasing the best of British cheese. This is class F2, and it's best cow's milk soft cheese. My name is Ruth Holbrook. I'm the moderator, and these are our judges, Adrian and Emma. They will be judging on certain assigned points, and then the best cheese goes through to the live final on 7th of May. Adrian, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Adrian Boswell, and I'm a cheese buyer for Selfridges.
Emma?
I'm Emma Young. I'm a cheese consultant and the cheese explorer on Instagram.
Wonderful.
Legendary.
Sort of feel like we're on that program, University Challenge. Hello.
Anyway. Like that. Okay.
Did my mascot. Yeah.
Right. Ready? F2. The first cheese you're going to judge is F2 1016.
Okay.
Appearance.
It's had quite a lot of impact from the paper it's been wrapped in and a bit of discoloration from that. So it's not, unless it's smoked, it doesn't look beautifully clean. It doesn't look as though that discoloration is from molds. It looks slightly oxidized or something along those lines.
Yeah, you mentioned all the points there. I mean, I'm leaning towards maybe a 5. It doesn't really look very appealing or appetizing. You know, you've got street.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, 5. Aroma. How does it smell?
Very ammoniac. I remember opening this one and I thought sometimes you need to let them breathe for a little bit. So I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. It's still there. It's super, super ammoniac.
Okay.
Absolutely on the rind, but if you cut it open,
oh yeah, that's true.
It's quite buttery.
Yeah, butter.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, again, the ammonia coming off the rind as well was kind of throwing it off. So it's imbalanced, really.
Yeah, okay. I think 5 again.
100%.
Yeah.
Lovely texture.
That looks good. So it's got a nice switch to it. If you can see, nice breakdown, really nice breakdown, and it doesn't look like it's going to run out completely. It's containing itself, but it has broken almost throughout. It looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, apart from that part in the middle where it hasn't fully broken down yet, can't really fault it. I think that part looks quite appetizing in comparison to the actual cheese. So, I'd be comfortable with a 7 on that.
7.5, I think. It's. I'm going with 7.5. Are you happy with 7.5?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 7. I wouldn't have gone no higher than that.
Okay, 7.5. Is it true to character, would you say?
Ish.
I always struggle with this one. Yeah, ish.
Ish. I mean, again, it comes down to it's true to character in terms of, shape, size, the kind of breakdown that I'd like to see. 100%, absolutely. But it's very difficult when we're talking about the initial points on the appearance. So that's quite a big part of it because customer's not going to see that. So.
Yeah, that's true. Very true, actually. That's difficult then.
Do you think it looks like a good small soft cow's milk cheese? Does it look?
Yeah.
Is it a good representation of that class?
Once you cut it open, yes.
Yeah.
But as you say. Okay, yeah.
So I'm like 6.
6-ish. 6. Yeah, same.
Okay.
Right.
Flavor.
Okay. Let's see what this bad boy's got to offer.
So luckily the ammonia is not really present in that. It's very salty, really salty, but got some sort of nice savoury notes, some minerality, lots of salt.
There is a lot of salt. Well, but I also find it quite rich, very creamy. I think the finish is beautiful. It's just like It's all and butter.
I like it. I think I'm around an 8 on flavour.
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, same. Where do you sit?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I could eat that. I put it on some bread. I'm good to go.
Yeah, that one's lunch, late lunch.
Okay,
yeah, 8.
So 8 on flavour. Fantastic.
Cool.
Next one, 1032.
1032.
Okay, so that is this one. So Ruth, it's got sort of what looks like almost a blue rind, as in like a sort of Stilton rind to it, which is really quite interesting. Not in the middle, but it's got again it sort of looks like a mini Caerphilly. So
I would say is it soft? Is it squidgy?
That sort of breakdown under the rind a tiny bit, but then it's got that. It really does remind me of like a mini Caerphilly. What do you think, Adrian?
Yeah, I think it's hard to disagree. I mean, your cheeses. Is it squidgy, more rubber, bouncy, rubbery and bouncy more than anything? But yeah, I mean, appearance. I mean, I'm just not comfortable with it's got it's starting to break down on the outside. It's very dark, and then it's not really broken down through the middle, so that's not very even for me. I'd like to.
Dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very dark. I'd like to see that evened out a little bit more. So appearance-wise, I think the rind is beautiful in it. I think, again, it really is striking, but at the moment I look at the middle. But again, how do we do this? Because, would the customer see that? Given the size, I'm just thinking about the size of the cheese now. Because the whole one, was that 500 grams, 600 grams, roughly? So it's unlikely we'll start cutting into it. So the customer does see that. And from that perspective, I think it's quite nice.
I think it's quite interesting. It's very interesting looking. I also agree that I love the rind on the outside. I'm not as upset about the sort of two-tone. It is dark though. It's quite a dark halo. I think I'm probably around a 7.
Okay.
Where you're not.
Look, I mean, I'm 6.5.
Fine. Yeah.
Fine. How does it smell?
Quite ammoniac on the rind.
Very much so, but still quite earthy and.
Yeah, like mushroom and earth and ammonia.
Yeah, well, yeah. I took a deeper whiff, and there is a lot of ammonia in there. You're right.
Taste is good. Smells quite. Again, I've got yogurt. Smells really fresh, lactic.
Where you get all this yogurt from?
I love yogurt.
Yeah, it's got those elements to it. I mean, I think the ammonia point for me is as elements. 6.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. Texture.
I like it. I do think that it's interesting with the sort of 2 textures. I think it's intentional.
You think so?
Yeah. So like, if you think of it, I keep comparing it to a Caerphilly, but you do see that quite a lot in a Caerphilly style. What don't you like about it?
I mean, it's always a bit to do with my environment, isn't it? So the environment that I'm in, which is the department store, and we think from our customers' point of view. So I always lean more towards a little bit more of a consistency throughout. And even though you're never always going to get it 100%. I just think the major difference in them can be quite challenging. And I am thinking from a retailer's hat at this point, maybe a cheese expert stance from that point of view. But there's nothing particularly wrong with it. But if I'm being harsh.
Okay, so I want to give it a 7, but I think you're going to try and bring me down.
No, I wouldn't give it. No, I wouldn't give it. No. A 7. It could work. 7 could work. I can work with a 7.
7. Okay.
7 for texture. Okay. True to character. Again, that's a little bit difficult.
Well, if and this is just hypothetically, if they are going for a Caerphilly style, then it's very hard to say that it's not. We just have to figure out if that's the question we're trying to answer. If they are, and we believe they are, then it scores pretty highly.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
I've not seen. I mean, I don't know if you're allowed to. I guess you're allowed to call a small Caerphilly a Caerphilly, but I haven't seen one before. But that's just me. They might exist, so I don't know if it's just we're comparing it to something that we think it is like, or whether it is that.
And if they're not trying to make a mini Caerphilly and they've entered it into the best cow's milk soft cheese.
Soft cheese.
Oh, good shout. Yeah, it's not soft.
It's not.
Is it? No, it's not at all soft. It's like Tom or Caerphilly or it's not soft. That's a really good shout.
So then it can't have a high score, really, can it? Because it isn't soft.
No.
It's 4. It's 3. It's not soft.
It's not soft, but yeah, that's.
It's just not. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, texture-wise, it's supposed to be soft. It's not soft. I mean, we're talking even sub 4, really. And I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just going by the.
Yeah, it's in the wrong category.
And I said I've got
Okay.
There you go. So I'm not sure if that was intentional. So, which is a shame.
Yeah.
4. Okay. And the most important thing.
Look at that. It's not
Flavour. How's it taste?
Let's find out.
It's really nice, but the salt's too high, which is tough on a cheese that a hard. Well, it's not soft, so to have it that small and hard, that's a really tricky thing to do with salt. Because to get that texture, you want more salt to age it, but it hasn't quite delivered. I think it's too salty. The flavours, if they tone that down, would be really tasty. That's some really nice earthy notes, bit of sort of yogurt. Well, I've got yogurt in the middle, but the salt is very elevated for me.
That's all I've got. Yeah, that's all I can't see past the salt. So
shame.
5. So flavour score
4.
4. I'm really sad. I really would love to taste that cheese again with less salt in. I think it could be really interesting.
I agree.
Right, next 1040. Might have to speed up just a shade.
Okay.
Cool.
So we got this one.
Loving the look of this.
It's beautiful and wrinkly.
Look nice, yeah.
Really great appearance. I mean, it just looks like you want to eat it. It's
100%.
got a nice sort of soft breakdown under the rind. The geo is lovely. The colour is sort of perfect.
I love the colour. Just that bottom. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to go with a 10 on that. I mean, I don't. We could do it like that. Really.
Right.
10.
Aroma.
Yes.
Aroma.
It's quite animal, quite farmy.
Yep. Meaty, savoury, brothy, all of those sort of typical.
Umami and
Umami.
Yeah.
Big college words again.
Should we get dictionary? College.
I need a thesaurus, love. What's it? No, I think it's lovely. Sorry, go on.
What do we score it on Aroma?
Sorry, I was just about to. I thought you were going to say something. So I'm just cutting in just to see if it's on the inside. Yeah,
I think the aroma is great. I could maybe even get a little bit more and less of the farmy funk, but I think I'm on the sort of 8-ish for aroma.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably expect it to be a little bit more powerful for what it is, but 8 feels right. But
8.
Yeah, 8. Texture looks absolutely cheese porny and delicious.
100%.
Is really broken down under the rind, which makes me sort of worry if it goes through to further stages. But right now, it looks so good.
Yeah, it does. 100%.
Okay.
Just
texture score.
I mean, like 8 or 9, 8.5.
8.5.
I'd stick with 8 because I just feel the middle could break down a little bit. Given how much is broken down under the rind, the middle
Let's
is
do 8.
firm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Fine. True to character, this might be a little bit easier with this one.
I mean, it looks like it's looking like a washed rind long style. It definitely 100%. Is true to character.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I sort of don't know how to fault it on true to character. Except for the too much breakdown, maybe.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, but in saying that, you're expecting it to break down, and the way it's broken down, it's not running to plate. It's pretty cool. The color is great. It's got the geo on the side. I mean, it's a nice, decent size. Yeah, it's true to character as far as I'm concerned. I'd give it a 9.
I'm happy with 9. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of thing that sort of could be done to get it to a 10, like keeping that shape a little bit more, but it's really doing a great job. Flavour, I just ate it as well. Sorry, I skipped that step.
Ahead of me.
I'm hungry. No, not really. It just looks nice.
Oh.
Because you both went quiet.
I love it.
Happy quiet.
Yes.
It's really nice. It's really good. The salt is on the higher end, but I don't think it's too high. It is just on the higher end though, but I think that's quite nice with this style. It's got really nice freshness in the core.
Yeah.
The rind is great. It's really great, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd love to know. I'd love to know what milk they're using. I think you get the qualities of the milk on the finish. Very rich, very creamy, buttery again, but it still has those meaty texture, those meaty characteristics along with it. Not overpowering. It's got the salty edge. It's got a lot going on for it. And it's still going. The more I talk, the more I taste. I'm just going to keep talking. So
it's still going. What was I going to say about the rind? The rind, it looks very, very ripe. So there is sometimes a worry that it could go into the ammonia side, but it hasn't at all.
It hasn't. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Adrian, you lead.
Flavour score.
Oh, do you know what? I just took the middle where it hasn't broken down.
Yep.
It's very salty. I mean, I was thinking about 10. I was thinking about 10.
Okay.
But that middle's got to break down a little bit more, so I'm good with a 9.
9. I'm happy with 9. Yeah.
Okay. Still a very good score.
Don't know how to get it off the plate though. That's
gonna have to
one last
speed up.
Reluctantly put that one aside.
Cracking the whip as well, Ruth.
Next, 1069.
Oh, sorry.
That looks completely different.
What's that?
Is that right? No.
F2 1069.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah. So 1069.
Okay.
Yep.
So
it's soft. So it's blue.
Yeah. It's blue. Yep.
But it's not soft.
Okay.
It's not really soft. It might be cow. It looks lovely.
Okay. Well, we'll judge it anyway, and then if it's turns out to be wrong, then
I'll figure out where we get to. Okay, cool. I mean, appearance-wise,
it looks great. I think nice sort of. Is it? It might be a Jersey milk or something. It's quite dark yellow, isn't it?
Dark yellow milk looks good. Good level of veining throughout. The rind is nice. As well.
Nice appearance, like 8 maybe.
Yeah, let's do it.
okay.
Aroma.
Cool.
It's subtle, but there's some nice sort of blue notes.
You get some blue notes. You get the milk. You get the saltiness to it as well. But
it is subtle.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not
Biscuity
bad.
cereal, maybe 6, 7.
6.
6. Yeah.
6.
Texture. Looks good. I mean, when I cut it, it feels slightly drier than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit drier than I thought it would be, and you can sort of I don't think you'll be able to see that. No, you can't. Sorry.
I find it very dry.
Yeah.
You think it's quite dry?
For a soft cheese.
For a soft cheese and for a blue of said age, it's 4 or 5.
Dry.
A little bit dry, is it?
It's 4. A little bit is dry. It's dry. I'll go with
Fine.
True to character, it's not a soft cheese.
So it's not true to character at all. It's 0.
I don't know how to. I mean, okay, yeah.
I mean, look. What are we supposed to do in this situation? I guess maybe it's a question.
Yeah.
Well, can you judge it against how it is as a blue cow's milk cheese?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but that's not what it's in. So it's not really fair comparing it with the other soft cows. I think. Okay, if we were to judge it on its character, which is a blue and whatever, it's all right. I think it would be sort of maybe a 6 or a 7. I do want to bring it down though. Like Adrian said, he wants to give it 0. It isn't in the right category and it's not comparable to the others. So 0 or 5, 0 or 6. Ruth, I'm not sure. I think that one's, yeah.
I mean, all right, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I understand where it's coming from, but I mean, maybe make a note on it just to adjudicate it, just say this is how we feel. But I mean, if we have to judge it as a soft cheese, I don't see how I can give it anything.
Yeah, fine. Well, I'll put 0, but then I will check with the officials.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then flavour. The flavour's good. It's got some nice cereal notes to it. It's buttery. It is more buttery than I expected from when we cut it.
Oh yeah, this is a good blue. Good level of salt. Yeah, good level of salt. Good umami, good savoury notes. Good finish. Good mouthfeel. And actually, you know what? Texture-wise, even though it was dry in the finger, when you actually taste it, it doesn't come across as that dry.
No.
At all. So actually, I think it delivers.
I do too. I'm on a sort of a 7.
7. I'm on an 8.
8.
I think it delivers. I mean, okay, what would make it? Why 7? I guess.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm just being harsh. So 8. It's buttery. It's creamy on the taste. It's cereal. That's all really positive comments. So yeah, 8. Go on, let's do 8.
8. All right, brilliant.
Wicked.
Next one is 1070.
I really like the look of this one. I remember opening it earlier on today.
Me and you both. I was looking at it. It's very cool.
Look, it's like a crop circle.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's really, really pretty.
How would they get that? How would they do that? Is that a mold or is that a...
Yeah, I think it's a mold. Unless they stenciled it, it's probably like a basket mold of some variety. Yeah, but it looks lovely, and I really like the sort of grey-green colour to it.
Yeah,
it's very pretty. Well. Yeah,
I love it. I think it's great looking cheese. 9,
okay.
10?
Yeah, 9. 9. Go on. What do you think? 9 or 10?
I think it's 10. I think it's unique. It's not something that I'm familiar with, that I've seen widely, and it's very smart.
Let's do 10.
It looks really good.
Aroma.
How does it smell?
So it looks like it would smell of lots and lots of ammonia, but it doesn't. It's there, but it's more mushroom. So it's got quite a nice sort of mushroomy, earthy, damp forest floor type smell.
Yeah.
In the paste, I cut it in half. It's quite hard to smell much. I don't know if you've got anything, Adrian. No.
Not much coming out. I mean, it's very much, I cut it open. It's the same what I'm getting when it was a whole piece of cheese. So
yeah. But that is pleasant.
Yeah.
6-ish? Yep, 6.
Yeah. How's the texture?
Really weirdly firm for a soft cheese. Like I don't know, fettery. I don't know. It's very firm. It's really hard to cut. No.
So, again, texture. I don't know if maybe this is maybe you want to asterisk some of these ones, but again, it's not a soft cheese. So
No.
as a texture of the cheese, I don't mind the texture itself. I'm not saying it's a bad texture. You know, it's slightly firm. It's got a decent amount of moisture in it, just enough. It's not crumbling, it's not dry, but it's not a soft cheese. So
I think it's really firm. Even if it was just judging on this, I think it's too firm for what it is too.
Okay.
5, 4.
if we have to judge it on what it is, but if it's a soft cheese,
Okay, so again, 4 or 0.
Yeah.
0 then, and then 4 if it's judge it as it is not a soft cheese.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
Okay.
True to character. I think it feels to me like it's got too much rennet in or something. Or it's been pressed where it shouldn't. It just doesn't feel quite right. I'm not gonna be able to score too highly on true to character, and it's not a soft cheese.
Yeah, what's the character? I mean, if it's a character of a soft cheese, again, these are the questions that have to be answered. So I'd score that 4. That's
4 or 0.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was just going to give it a flat 4, but that was being generous. So
yeah.
How's the flavour?
There we go.
Very savoury. Like soy sauce type savoury. It's interesting.
It's very interesting because I've got sort of a fudge-like sweetness underneath there as well.
Yeah.
It's not unpleasant at all, actually. I mean, actually, I quite enjoy it.
I do too. I could definitely snack away at that.
Yeah, 100%. It's actually quite a nice cheese in terms of flavour. I mean, it's about 8 for me.
It's got blue in, I don't know if it's supposed to be a blue cheese. It looks like it is, but it is a really, really intriguing flavour. It's quite different. I think 8 is nice. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Okay. 8. So yeah, I will go and check at some point, go and check with the officials and ask about the sort of discrepancies.
Yep.
Okay. 1080.
Is this guy here? So very nice sort of uniform paste. It's got a really nice sort of so the outer edges, you can see a bit of colour to it. So it's not just sort of sprayed penicillium. It looks nice, I think. I said nice 3 times. I'm sorry. It looks good.
No, yeah. Looks as it should, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah. Aroma, again, very mushroomy, borderline ammonia, but it's okay. It's not too.
Is yours running off the plate? Mine's, I've got half that just oozed out.
It slipped out.
Yeah, oh, you haven't?
No, mine will go there, but it hasn't come. Oh, wow. Yours is, yeah.
Whoa. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So there's inconsistencies there.
It's it's slipping out. Yeah, I can push it out.
Yeah, you can push it. I don't need to. Mine is just there. It's like fondue.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, crazy.
Did we mark aroma?
No, not yet. How's the
6.
aroma?
Yeah, I'm good on the 6. I'm very milky.
6.
Not much going on.
Texture is.
So then texture.
Not quite right, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, mine is fully broken down under the rind and then fully firm in the middle.
Yeah, and it's not. No, it's actually dripping. Okay.
Oh, yours is dripping though, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna slip out. The maturation isn't quite there in that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't slip out with that much chalk in the middle. I think it's a bit of a fault. 4, 3.
3.
True to character?
And unfortunately not massively because of said points previous to this. It's a shame. It looks like it could be delicious, but it really is so firm in the middle and just slipping out. So I think it's like 4 on true to character. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, couldn't give it more than.
Yeah.
It's a real shame. It looks like it could have a lot of potential. Let's see if it tastes nice, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, proof is in the pudding.
It's so firm, and the middle is just, it's not a bit of chalk in the middle, it's the whole thing except for that slipping out the rind.
There's nothing to it. Very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Milk, salt.
It's yeah.
No.
4.
Yeah.
4.
4. Okay.
All right, I'm just grabbing the tissue really quickly. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So the next one you should have is 1101.
Yep. It's like a little pyramid shape.
Yeah, it's definitely appealing, visually appealing. It's cool. Nice, bright.
Yeah, I mean, it's unique shape.
Yeah, I mean the rind is a bit boringly white. Like I'd like to see a little bit more happening there. It's very much like a iced cake type look to it. Wedding cake.
Yeah.
Nice yellow paste though, like the really lovely sort of buttery coloured paste. So that looks nice. 7, 6, 7.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
7. Yeah.
7. How does it smell?
Well, I don't actually get much from it.
No, it's really muted. Bit of mushroom and tiny bit of mushroom on the rind. It's quite not much happening. So sort of 4, 5.
It's probably about 4 to me. I don't really
4.
get
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How's the texture?
Not bad actually. I mean, for what it is and how it holds up, type of characteristics. It's almost like I'm finding it a bit like Play-Doh to a certain degree around the outer edges, just beneath the rind.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
Well, I mean, it's very different to what's going on in the middle. I mean, that crumbles in that paste, but I guess it's not something I'm overly keen on.
No, me neither. Like when I cut through from the top to the bottom as well, it didn't cut cleanly. It sort of squashed down. Like Play-Doh thing. I don't love that texture.
It's 5.
5, fine.
5. Okay. True to character, is it a good soft cow's milk cheese?
It's really firm in the middle and broken down on the rind. I mean, I do like those juxtapositions, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's quite blended. The rind really is quite white, which is all. I mean, it's not got any faults on it. But the texture's a bit wonky, isn't it? The Play-Doh thing is.
I just don't. Again, just going back to what we're doing, cow's milk is character. It's not what I expect. If you told me you're going to put a cow's milk soft cheese in front of me, I wouldn't envisage a cheese like this in terms of the texture it's coming with. So 4, 5.
5.
5.
Flavour.
And most importantly, flavour.
It's quite bland.
It's really low in salt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Super low.
Might as well just drink some milk, if I'm honest with you.
That's the predominant flavour. It's not got much complexity to it for at a higher end.
Okay.
Adrian, what do you think? It's even got a bit bitter actually at the end. Maybe 3.
Yeah, that's coming from the rind, about 3, 4.
3.5.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
Thank you. So next one, 1109.
Okay, so it's like it looks like it was half of something, but the rind, or maybe it's not, maybe this is a whole thing, but it looks as though maybe the rind's just sort of formed on the cut face.
So I'm gonna grab this. Sorry.
Or it could just be that it's that shape. It just looks like it's been cut in half, if you see what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very uniform appearance. It's okay. It doesn't make me jump and like I really want to eat it.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. It doesn't.
It's quite clinical.
Yeah, very, you just hit the nail on the head there. Quite clinical fracture. It's okay.
5.
Yep.
Think down the 5. Aroma.
Aroma. I'm not getting much from it. Slight hint of ammonia, usually associated with these. A lot. I don't get much.
I've actually just got ammonia, and that's it.
Yeah, it's not. Even dry fruit, so there's not much there. Though.
It's not very pleasant at all, too.
Yeah. I mean,
I
can't smell anything. I mean, I have to keep it simple. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just.
No, you're right. Actually, no. 2. I actually only can smell ammonia, which is not a thing that you want to smell in a cheese. 1.
I mean, even from the middle. What the hell? Oh, you're getting harsh. I mean, yeah. There's nothing to it.
Okay.
1.5.
Adrian, am I being really harsh? I can only smell ammonia.
Look, I mean, I'm trying to give. If I need to give constructive feedback, it would be, if the only smell present is ammonia, and actually, you've got to take a few whiffs of it. And as far as I'm concerned, that there's something that really needs to be looked at, and that's the feedback. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to be honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I mean, look, if you wanted to go 1.5 with, I don't think it makes much of a difference. But I mean, there's no aroma to it. So
Let's just do 1.5. Yeah.
1.5. Okay. Texture.
It's got a nice pudge to it. A really nice sort of squidge. I like that a lot.
Yeah. That's not bad at all. I would expect that. I mean, I'm happy with a 6 maybe in there.
Yeah, 6.5. It's a really nice sort of pudge to it.
Yeah,
we do
nice.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Shooter type.
I'm really sad about the ammonia because the texture is really lovely and it could have that's sort of letting down the overall experience at the minute. It's a bloomy rind cow's milk soft and it does definitely look like that. And the squidge is nice. Just have to mark it down for the aroma for that overwhelming ammonia. So 5. Yeah.
5. Okay.
Flavor.
And flavor.
Ruined my whole display. Sorry. How do I make it look? No.
That's good.
Salty.
Wow.
Again.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. It took me a few chews and it kicked in, and it's just like whoa. And then ammonia on the back note.
That's unfortunate.
That's not good at all. Sorry.
What do you want to score it, Adrian?
Let's give it a 2. I mean,
2. It's got bitter as well. It's got a lot bitter too. So yeah, 2.
Fine. Okay, thank you. Next cheese is 1112.
Yep. So this is this guy, which is more of a sort of artisanal look.
yeah.
I kind of like the odd shape. It's not completely even or round. tiny bit tacky.
Don't mind that. But appearance-wise, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, but a little bit of pink coming through here, actually.
I think it looks really good. I really want to see it a week ago, and then I think it would have been perfect. It's very difficult when it's being sent in and judged over a couple of days, but I think it is, a little bit too far.
Okay.
Okay. So appearance score
7.
7. Did you say
I said 7.
Yeah, 7. All right.
7? Okay. And so now aroma, does it smell a bit over or?
Yeah.
It does, yeah. I would agree with that.
Ammonia. Just
it's
ammonia.
probably the strongest ammonia that we've had all day, I think. It's instant.
Okay. How's the inside?
Oh, mushrooms. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. The inside's lovely. Really lovely. Beautiful breakdown as well.
That's the breakdown I'm talking to you about, and that consistency. That's me. That's where I'm at.
Nice sort of garlicky truffle or something there as well. It's really great in the centre.
100%. Yeah. Beautiful.
I want to mark it up because it's so great in the centre.
Yeah, I was probably at a 4 before we cut it open. So I reckon I'm probably around a 7.5.
7.5, exactly what I was going to say. Yeah.
Cool. Texture.
It's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, apart from, there is a slight stickiness to the outside, like you mentioned, but open for me is spot on.
It really is.
I don't think they could have got it any better.
Nice.
Consistency from underneath the rind all the way through to the middle. Buttery. It's not over running through. You can push it out if you really wanted to. If you didn't want the rind, it's easy to take and just scoop and spread across your crusty bread or whatnot. Yeah, I think it's spot on.
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
True to type?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. It's definitely true to type. Again, I will mention the sort of sticky and the little bit further gone than we'd like, but it is definitely a beautiful breakdown. The aromas are what you'd expect for this style. It's a really great looking cheese that I really wish I tried a week ago. Adrian, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I'm happy with an 8.
Fine. Yeah. And then flavour.
Do you know what? It's nice. It's lovely. I'm just going to take some about the rind.
It's really great. The centre it's so interesting when you get a cheese which really does taste the same way it smells, and I think this has all of those flavours that we picked up on
the nose.
In the nose, exactly. But there is a bitter and a bit of ammonia. It's quite a lot bitter actually.
And you know what? That's the problem. I think the beauty of this cheese is how the aromas from the outside and then the aromas on the inside are exactly what you get on the flavor profile.
Yeah.
So it's really well made in that sense, but that ammonia and that bitterness that comes from the rind, which you pick up on the nose, it just overpowers all the goodness that's happening inside on the finish, which is it's a crying shame. So you're right, maybe about a week ago. So yeah, it's not quite there. I reckon it's about a 6.5.
Yeah, fine. I'm really disappointed. Like I really wish I could have given it more, but
okay.
I
will feed that back.
Yeah.
You thought it was great, just a little bit over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, after that.
Yeah. So the next one, 1113, please.
Yeah. All right. So it's this one. Looks like it's got a spruce band around it as well.
Oh, yeah.
It sure does.
Looks lovely. Like the snow scene. I like seeing the spruce.
Yeah. I think it looks cool. It's good size, good shape.
Nice indentation on the top as well. Yeah, it looks lovely, I think.
Cool.
8.
Score?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
8. Yeah, we're good with that.
Okay. How does it smell?
So you've got more of that really nice mushroom flavour, smell, sorry, that you want in this style. I've got some lovely mushrooms, and again that forest flory type thing.
I was going to say that those foresty, piney sort of notes definitely come through. That's the most apparent for me at this point.
It's really nice nose. When you cut it open, it doesn't change massively on the nose, but it's very pleasant, the overall aroma, right?
100%. 100% good.
8?
Yeah.
7? 8?
It's an easy 8. Yeah, definitely an easy 8.
Let's do 8.
Okay.
Texture looks lovely. Look at that.
It's wonderful.
I love that. That's 2 in a row. I'm in love with it.
It's beautiful.
It's
like
buttery.
Beautiful
buttery. Yeah, it's cool. Not as broken down as the one previous that we just had in terms of the consistency, but I can let that slide. I think there is a lot more consistency to it. I think it looks great. I think the colour is great as well.
It is coming out a bit.
Yeah?
A little bit.
Pressed it, yeah. But I don't mind that at all. I mean, it's not the one that we had previously.
No.
So score on texture out of 10.
8? No.
7.
9. 7?
Yeah.
What's pulling it down?
What was the texture that we had on the one before?
You had 8.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one for me still hasn't got the consistency of that one. It's close to it. That's why I'd give it a 7. But I wouldn't. I mean, if we're going to give this an 8, then I'd give the one previous a 9.
Okay, so fine. If it's relative, then 7. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
You do 7.5 if you want.
I'm trying to throw a spanner in there, actually.
7. 7.
I'll let Emma decide this after. But a 7. Okay.
Fine. True to type or true to character?
I mean, I wonder whether it's sort of like a typical French style thing where you're not supposed to necessarily cut it open because it's so runny, and you might cut the top off. In which case it's perfect.
That's fair. Yeah.
I think it's a really good example. It is definitely very gooey, which is making me think maybe that is how most people would eat it. The goo is nicely uniform and broken down. I think it is pretty true to character.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to fault it. I don't think it's supposed to do as well. Because, 7.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
7.5.
Okay.
The legend is spoken.
Flavor.
Okay. Let's get serious for a second.
It's got a really nice, very, very subtle, but a really nice resinous type thing from under the spruce band. I would like that to be slightly more elevated. I was wanting a little bit more sort of overall complexity, but it got a because it's really, really easy to eat quite a lot of that. It's just slightly lacking something.
Yeah, I think it's lacking the depth as you go through the center. I mean, the spruce seems to be doing all of the work. And if that's not, it needs more. The milk needs to be doing more. It could do a little bit more salt. I'd expect to have a little bit more meaty, savoury notes coming through in it as well. Yeah. And for the the amount of sort of mushroom and vegetable pieces we have in the nose, not present at all within the product. So I'm being slightly disappointed because I did have high hopes for this one. Disappointed
Yeah.
in terms of how it delivered. So
Okay.
I'm at a 6 really.
Oh, okay. I'm at 7. In that it's clean, is correct. It is light. I think you're completely right. It could do with way more in like the salt department, a bit more of those mushroomy things, but it is still very pleasant how it is. How do we sort that?
Is it pleasant? Yes. Does it need more? I think it's got to deliver more than just the spruce flavor-wise. That's just my opinion on it. I think even if it has just had, you know, a richness or butteriness or a saltiness or a frothy, meaty, something else, just to, you know,
Okay.
us on that journey, that's where I'm at. I can understand exactly what you're saying, but for me, it's a bit one-dimensional for me.
Can we go to 6.5?
Back to your point, your dimension is good, but it's just one dimension, and I think at least another one would be helpful. So let's do 6 and 9. Can we meet in the middle?
6.5.
You happy with that?
It's very kind of you.
Thank you.
6.5. Okay.
Legend from Selfridges. Yeah.
Hey, from one legend to another, right? We're having way too much fun here.
Yep. Stop it. No fun allowed. Right.
Right. 1156. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more in this class left to do.
Yeah,
This one didn't travel. Mine didn't travel very well. No, but I don't want to fault it on that.
That's what it looks like when it hasn't broken.
Okay.
Nice little combo break. I quite like it. Yeah. The intention. I don't know if you can see sort of like the lines on the top there.
Yeah.
Across there, quite even, quite uniform. Haven't got them on the sides, so it looks like definitely intentional.
Let's base it on your appearance then.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's got a slight bit of blue mold growing on it, but nothing that sort of scares me at all. I'm around about 8.
I think it looks lovely actually, and then I cut into it. It's very gooey, but it looks really appealing. I want to eat that. I'm happy with an 8 based from your one, not mine.
Cool.
Yep. Aroma. Oh, that's interesting.
It is.
It's quite farmy. Oh, it's on my nose. Oh my gosh.
It is fun. Farmy. Like it's quite refreshing in a weird way as well.
So this is the first cheese I think we tried today, where for me, and this one in particular, I've got more on the nose by cutting it in half than on the rind.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. So
which is really odd, but good.
Yeah, I think that's a solid 7.
Now put it on my face. Yeah, 7. I'm happy with that.
Okay. How's the texture?
Can I see yours? Can you hold your middle up? Yeah, okay, that looks nice.
Yeah, it's decent.
Squidge. Yeah.
It's got a nice little squidge to it. It's not overly outside. A little bit of resistance, but I think where it should be for a soft cheese that's, you know, just started to break down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
7.
Yeah, solid 7. Easy.
Yep. Mine's broken down more, but it's also brilliant, so I'm happy with a 7.
Yeah. And then
True to character.
What
is it? Is it a wash rind? I mean, it's a really lovely soft cow.
Well, can it be a soft wash rind?
Yeah.
There you go. So I mean, from that perspective, I think it's true to form. I think it's nice. It's soft. I got no problem with the texture. I mean, it's not a million miles away from where I'd expect it to be if you put it on my plate.
7 again?
Yeah, I just think, again, it comes back to that consistency of breakdown, which I know isn't so much of a major thing to a lot of people, but you know, for me, that's quite important. But yeah, 7 is solid, 100%.
Flavour.
Okay.
I feel that with flavour, we're going to get quite a different experience here. But I'm happy to be led on yours because it looks like it's held better. Mine looks quite harsh.
Mm. Mm.
Got the from Adrian Boswell of Selfridges.
Yeah, I quite it surprised me. I get some of those very winey. There is a little bit of salt, but it's some sort of fruity wine notes coming from there as well.
I've got that too, and a nice
creamy
mineral thing too.
Yeah, I get that on the back.
It's nice.
It's quite clean, but you know what? It's quite balanced in terms of the journey that where it takes you from that sort of savoury meatiness into them fruity winey notes, into the mineral, to a very milky buttery finish. I think it's quite smart actually.
I think it's really interesting. I'm like,
I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, pleasantly surprised. I go with it. Yeah.
You happy with 8?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to know what that is. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 1162 when you're ready.
Right, so that is making a bit of a mess now. This is this guy, so it's an ash coated disc.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. Very, very pretty sort of black and white and charcoal. It's lovely looking, nice geo wrinkle to it. It looks lovely.
Yeah, it's striking. I mean, again, you said everything. There's nothing else for me to really say. Decent price, looks good. Yeah, I think it's an 8.
Yeah, 8.5 maybe. Would you be happy with?
Oh, you would go higher?
I think 8.5.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't argue with that.
Okay. 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aroma.
Show us how it is in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Thank you.
It's not much there. It sort of smells like a dairy. So a bit of soury whey type smell, which I do really like. But there's not loads on the aroma.
No, hardly anything for me. You're right. I mean, the sourness of the whey and stuff like that is present, but there's hardly any definitive aroma coming through that I could call out. So 5.
Yeah. Texture looks really nice. So you've got this really sort of moussey looking, almost whipped thing happening, which I think looks great.
Absolutely. On the underside though of your rind, is yours a bit wet?
Wet, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's got a wet bum.
Yeah. And again, in comparison to the top, which seems to be a lot drier. Yeah.
You could maybe do with a turn or something.
Well, I was about to say that I'm not familiar with. I'm not sure if that's a technique that somebody goes for, but I'm used to them sort of having a similar texture
on both sides.
Yeah. So
I agree. 6.
Yeah, I couldn't give it more than a 6. I mean, yeah. Definitely.
6.
Cool.
And then true to character.
It's more character of a
goat cheese, right?
Yeah, of a cow soft.
Well, I think that's cool. I think maybe that's what they're aiming for. So like a sort of lactic-ish cow's milk cheese.
Yeah, it feels like that.
I think it looks like ice cream. Is it true to character?
Well, to your point, I mean, you're right. It does feel like they've gone for a small goat's cheese type, and if that's what they've gone for, then they've hit the nail on the head. Yeah,
I think sort of 7-ish.
I'd go 8. I mean, it's
8. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they got very close to it. It feels like what they wanted to achieve.
Okay, fine. 8. Yeah. Okay.
8. And how does it taste?
It's quite a sort of yellowy milk. I don't know if it's not normal Holstein or something. Maybe it's a Jersey or something. I don't usually get much from ash, but I've got quite a lot from this ash.
It's light, it's creamy, it's milky. Just notes coming through.
It's a little bit sticky.
Yes, it is.
No, top of roof sticky.
Yeah, top of the roof, absolutely. Clean finish.
Is the ash nice, or how does that taste?
It tastes like ash. So like a bit vegetal. It's not unpleasant. It is definitely a flavour which you don't usually taste so much with ash rinded cheeses. It's not unpleasant.
No, I think it works well with the extra cheese.
The richness of the milk's really nice too, isn't it? That's
yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm happy with a solid 7 there.
7, yeah, me too. 7.
Okay.
Cool.
Fabulous.
Penultimate cheese.
Penultimate cheese, indeed.
Oops. It's 1163, right, Ruth? Is it?
1163. Yeah.
Yep, cool. So this little guy is not coming up in the camera so much, but it's got a really lovely sort of blush to it. Pinky rose.
Yeah.
Thing. Nice indentation again on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. Cheese. Small artisanal, nice little design coming through.
Quite dry rind though, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that more texture than visuals though, appearance?
It's true.
I mean, yeah, when we get into that, to your point, yes, it is quite dry. Definitely on the top. But I mean, from an appearance point of view, I think it looks okay.
It's lovely. The middle looks good too. I think I'm sort of 7, 8-ish.
Let me give it a quick slice.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm loving the center. 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Yeah.
7.5.
Aroma's really interesting. It's got like a fruity thing that I can't quite put my finger on. Again, mushroom. So you've got a bit of mushroom from the rind.
It's almost like I kind of get cider.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, you're right. Mushroom, very vegetal, cabbagey. Yeah.
I really like the paste. The aroma of the paste is lovely.
Yeah, I like this aroma a lot. It's got a lot going on. Actually, and, it's a lot stronger. Actually, in the center, reminds me of a stinking bishop almost.
I'm thinking an 8.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. Textures. Texture. The middle is lovely. It's got that nice pudge to it.
Yeah.
The rind is just slightly. I mean, it's perfect for a retailer. It's not sticky. It's really easy to handle, and you don't get covered in sticky cheese poo when you pick it up, which is great. But it does, to me, just look like it wants a little wash or something. But that's maybe not what the maker's looking for. So yeah.
Possibly not. And again, I revert back to your earlier point on the dryness of the top again, which doesn't coincide with what's happening on the bottom. Actually, if they could replicate the type of textures on the bottom versus what's on the top, still slightly dry, but not as dry as the top. I think that might help. But all in all, the cheese in the middle, I think texture-wise is pretty close. So I'm comfortable with a solid 7.
7. Me too. Solid 7.
Solid 7. Okay, wonderful. You say it's true to character?
Well, it's difficult. I mean, it's soft. It's made of cow's milk. So to a degree you could be, but I mean, it's also a wash rind as well. It would, I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean, I can't really fault it. I mean, it has the characteristics of what I would expect it to. I don't know, is there anything else you pick out?
It's just the rind again. Again, it might be what the maker is looking for, but it definitely has been washed. You can see that it's been washed. I just think it would look with a bit more of a gloss to it or sheen or something would make it extra special. I think I'm happy with 7.
7.
With the texture in the middle, it's great.
Yeah. But it could do a bit of work on the outside.
You
Yeah,
happy with 7, Adrian?
yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Okay, flavour.
Love it. I love it.
Really buttery.
Yeah.
Nice vegetal flavors. The salt's in check, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
perfectly balanced.
It's meaty, it's savoury, it's salty, it's vegetable, it's brothy, it's buttery, it's creamy, it's milky. I could go on. That's, and that's for me, that's the sort of cheese I like. And the flavour develops, and it's just got loads of different journeys. It's taking you on, it's taking you left, and it's taking you right. And to your point, it's all in harmony, all in good balance, and all in good balance with the rind as well.
If I was to be really, really picky, I would love to see an extra element of some sort of brightness or a bit more acidity in it, in some respect. But I think those flavours are all really balanced and lovely. So I'm pleased with the flavour too. Like an 8, pleased.
8. Oh, I'm gonna go 9. So is this our first fight, my dear?
Yeah, I'm not fighting you. We can compromise.
8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
Okay.
8.5. Okay, great. And last one, 1196.
So it's this one. This is what the middle looks like.
Okay.
Looks great. Looks like a triple cream.
Okay.
Which I don't know, but it looks like one. I don't know of any. Do I?
Yeah, you could be.
Do you know of any?
Ruth? Off the top of my head.
Well.
Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, okay.
Maybe down southwesty.
Okay. Appearance. It looks nice. The rind is very well kept and uniform. I cut into it and it's got like a sort of ice creamy texture to it. Bit of breakdown really under the rind. It looks quite lovely.
Yeah, I can't fool it. I mean, it looks as it should for something of this sort of size, nature, texture. Yeah, I'm probably around a 7.
7.5.
7.5. Okay, you happy?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. How does it smell?
Again, I don't.
Buttery.
Yeah. Outside of that, I don't get much more. Not even on.
I keep putting it on my nose. Mushroom and butter. Bit of.
I don't even get much mushroom.
No. Okay. I get a bit, but yeah, a push to give you anything else.
Not much going on. I'm about to sit at a 5.
6. Okay.
As the
Do we meet in the middle? 5.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5. Okay. Next texture.
I like the ice creamy thing. I'm not completely sold on it. What are you going to say, Ruth?
I was going to say, we might just have to speed you up just a touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the texture.
It's okay. I'm not completely sold on it. I think it's fine. It could do with being a bit more creamy, perhaps. So maybe I'm a 6.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
All right.
Okay. 6. Fine. True to character.
Again, we can't score too highly because of those points, so I'm probably still on about a 6.
Great.
Okay. Yeah. And how does it taste?
Not very good.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sour.
Yeah, very sour. Very sour.
Okay.
No salt, no milk, no flavors. There's nothing there. Nothing.
It's not really what I expected. It's super. I'm just sort of salivating a bit here. It's
It's actually it's the worst cheese I've tasted today. Basically.
It's not delivering.
No.
Okay.
Adrian, what do you want to give it? It's got chewy rind too.
1.
1.
1. There's nothing I liked about it.
Emma, 1.
Adrian pushed to a 2. It doesn't make much difference, but would you go to a 2?
Go for a 2.
Yeah. Wow, that's really disappointing.
2. Okay. That is your last cheese. So scores stand. You've got your number 1 cheese, your first cheese is 1040
Okay.
with 48.5. So that was, do you know which one that is?
Which one is that?
That's the wash drying.
It's the
The
long
third
right?
one.
Yeah.
The third one you tried. And then you've got at number 2, you've got the penultimate one, 1163.
Happy with that?
And then you actually got a joint third. So I could maybe make you choose between them, 1112 and 1113.
112.
So that was the spruce one and the one before it.
Okay. So the camembert style and the spruce one.
Yeah.
I think camembert one, just because of the depth of flavour, even though it's a bit over.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think, Adrian?
Yeah. There's for both, but I would lean more towards the camembert, not the spruce. The wash right. Sorry, that's the 1112. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd lean more towards that one.
Okay, fine. Do you want it? Should we? Do you want to whack another half point on it just so it brings it above the other one?
Yeah. Okay. Where do you want to do it?
I would say on Aroma, because you really liked the smell.
In the middle, yeah.
I'm going to put 8.5, and then you've got number 3. Okay. So the winner of Class F2 Best Cow Soft Milk Cheese is 1040. And that was quite a long class, so well done.
Yeah, that was. 14 cheeses. Oh, gosh.
And thank you very much for your judging, and thank you to everyone for watching. And we'll see you on the 7th of May for the live judging. Bye.